Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there. This is a very good Friday. Yes, thank God it is Friday. Guys, what else do we have to say today? Today is Chelsea match day. Chelsea, Manchester United later tonight. I hope you guys are ready. Chelsea fans, are we ready for tonight's game? You see, I have passed a stage where I can just boldly say, oh, it's a must-win game. This time around, I want to try as much as I can to avoid using of that word. Oh, it's a must-win. It is a must-win tonight. No. I don't want to be using those words any longer. I have had enough. I have had enough. So it is a match day, and I'm hoping against hope. I'm hoping against hope that tonight we will be able to secure the 3 points. It's very important for us. In fact, it is more important for Chelsea to win the game tonight than Manchester United. They have nothing to lose. They are not winning to be in the Champions League. They are not winning to be in the Europa League. They are not going to win to be in the Conference League. They are too far to get to the Conference League even. So they have nothing to lose. But Chelsea have everything to lose tonight. We might not be able to sign the player that we want to sign if we don't get into Champions League. And hey, that reminds me, quickly, let me even start on this note. Very good morning to you guys all out there. This is Salom's blog. It's all about Chelsea this morning. Victor Osimhen is in the news, and as time approaches, as the window is just about to be open, many clubs are already busy working around their major transfer targets. It is understood that as we speak, one of our major targets is Victor Osimhen. We all know. But guess what? The latest news coming out from Victor Osimhen's camp is this. Osimhen's release clause has dropped to 75 million euros. That is about 60 million pounds with Napoli. The player is not going to go back to Napoli. His marriage or relationship with Napoli is over. And they have reduced his release clause to 75 million euros, which is about 60 million pounds. But he still wants, the player still wants his 250,000 pounds per week. And is less inclined, the player is less inclined to fit into Chelsea's incentive-driven wage structure. The player, Victor Osimhen, is less inclined to fit into Chelsea's incentive-driven wage structure. What does that mean? Means that the player is not willing to accept Chelsea's proposal of incentive-based based on performance. You perform this season, next season they increase maybe by 15% or 20% or 30%. That is an incentive, driven based wage structure. Plus other winning bonuses. He said, Victor Osimhen says he is not inclined to that. He's not willing to accept that from Chelsea. He wants the deal done, but he wants his 250,000 pounds a week. There is nothing like, oh, I will come in at 200,000 pounds. Next season, based on my performance, you increase to 250 or 300. No. Let's agree on it right now. 250, I'm coming. Now, another thing from the players' camp is that it's not a case that Chelsea won't pay a certain number. It's not a case that Chelsea don't want to pay the 250,000 pounds to Victor Osimhen also. Now listen, it's just you have to earn the number. Chelsea want every player that comes in to earn that amount of money. By your performance, then they'll increase to the amount you want. Based on your performance. Not that Chelsea don't want to pay anybody 500,000 pounds. But based on your performance, yes, we can renegotiate. It's just that you have to earn the number. Chelsea's perspective with all players is in seasons without Champions League football. This is where the bigger problem for Osimhen is. There is roughly 20% wage cut. Roughly 20% wage cut. And Osimhen is not really in favor of that. 20% wage cut if the team fail to qualify for Champions League. Means that all the players that are currently with Chelsea, as long as we are not in the Champions League, they've cut their wage, their salary by 20%. And Victor Osimhen says no to that. Whether we are in the Champions League or not, I must have my £250,000. You cannot say because next season we could not qualify for Champions League, so you are dropping my wages 20%. Victor Osimhen says no. These are the latest news from Victor Osimhen's camp. What is my take on this matter, dear friend? It's very simple. There are some players, or there are some special players you just have to bend yourself imposed structure for. There are some special players that you, team owner, managers, directors, whoever you call yourselves, that you have to bend your structure, your self-imposed structure, your self-imposed whatever you call it, to accept and to admit them into your squad. There are some special players that you need to bend the rules for. Osimhen, I see him as one of those players that Chelsea will have to bend the rules if we really want him. Chelsea will have to bend the rules. We actually need him more than he needs us. Yeah. We need him more than he needs us. So we just have to pay the money as he's demanding for. And maybe give him just 2 years on his contract. Yeah. Give him 2 years. Just give him the money and maybe give him just 2 years. If he delivers and keeps us in the UEFA Champions League, which I am sure he will, then give him a more improved contract. What do you guys think? It is your breakfast and it is Chelsea's match day. I will come back later this afternoon for my match preview. And later in the night, we shall be going live. Watch along. Later in the night, we shall be going live. Watch along. Yes, we'll be going live. Manchester United, Chelsea. But in the afternoon, I will come back with my preview. Dear friends, get Raheem Sterling, Christopher Nkunku, and Felix off the books. More especially, Raheem Sterling. Get him off the books and pay Victor Osimhen what he wants, and let's get him. We need him. If he can do this, job is done. Let's stop messing about with our club. Let's stop it. It is high time Chelsea move forward. You see, Chelsea will pay you the wages you ask for, but only after you have proven your worth. That is what they want. That is the system right now. Our wage structure is incentive-based. It's pretty simple to grasp, but the fact remains that players like Victor Osimhen, they make their own demands. And my challenge here is, he's one of those special players that we need to lift the team up. Performance in Chelsea, blue. You get paid. Backing yourself to do so is up to you. I agree. But please, we need Victor Osimhen. This thing is getting... And listen, as we speak, PSG are willing to go in for him. And the Saudis have been putting pressure on him already. And the player, Victor Osimhen, he knows that he's not short of, clubs. At least in the Premier League, it's hard to get a club that wants him right now based on his demands. But PSG are willing to add him to their current, side. Saudi Arabia, they are willing to give him $1 million per week. They are willing. And they want to get these deals done before the Club World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly run up. In a few minutes. Let me run up quickly. Aston Villa want to keep Axel Disasi. Yeah, our defender that is on loan with Aston Villa. They want to keep him. Aston Villa want to keep Axel Disasi. Discussions have already begun with the player, and it will then be time to discuss the matter with Chelsea. So Villa want to keep Axel Disasi. Yeah, for me, I think he has to go. He has to go. He has to go. Christopher Nkunku will leave Chelsea in the summer. Plans are clear as several top clubs, including Liverpool, have already made contact with Chelsea. We understand Newcastle as well as Bayern Munich, yes, are among clubs informed on conditions of the deal to sign the French player. This guy won personal trophies, personal accolades before Chelsea bought him from the Bundesliga. And I don't know why, I just can't tell, I just can't believe how Maresca couldn't make room for this guy, couldn't get the best out of him. Last time I was watching him with trophies, with personal accolades, you know, goal of the season, player of the season. I'm almost about 3/4, he alone. Then why? How? It is sad to see a player like Christopher Nkunku. I had high hopes for him before. It is just sad. Ladies and gentlemen, before I let you guys go, I want to say two things. On your screen is my boy Nicolas Jackson. On your screen is my boy Nicolas Jackson. Last season, 35 games played, scored 14 goals, gave 5 assists. Last season, 35 games played, scored 14 goals, gave 5 assists. That was his first season in Chelsea. This season, he played 30 games, scored 10 goals, gave 5 assists, as you can see right there on your screen. Minus the fact that he got injured this season. He was out for almost 2 months, 8 weeks. He was out. And since coming back from injury, he has not really discovered himself very well. Assuming he has not gotten injured, even being out for 8 weeks, he still had 10 goals. Being injured for 2 months, he still had 10 goals. Assuming he has not gotten injury, what do you think? How many goals do you think Jackson would have scored by now? Jackson would have been somewhere around 20 goals by now. Yes. Injury sometimes can make you to lose form. Even if he's not able to get to that 20, I am pretty sure that Jackson would have gotten 20 goals. If last season, his first season in the Premier League, he scored 14. First season. Go and check Didier Drogba's first season in Chelsea. Go and check his second season in Chelsea. I know you guys will come after me again. Definitely, you can see it from the numbers. I'm sure he would have given us nothing less than 25 GA. 20-25, I am sure on that. Injury actually slowed him down. Have that in mind. Now, Victor Osimhen, we heard the news about him. Well, quickly, let me leave the rest. I'll come back later in the afternoon. I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.